All right, we even have a nice graphic for our radio audience, including, I believe, one of the three people on the graphic, if I'm not mistaken, is featured in this breaking news, correct? Right?
I don't know. I'm going to start with this one because it literally just happened seconds ago.
What happened?
Kenneth Walker III, Super Bowl MVP.
Is he a Chief?
Is a Kansas City
Okay.
Chief.
That's what I was hearing was a rumor. Okay. All right.
Wow.
Well, we knew they were going to address that running back position, whether it be
because Jeremiah Love wasn't dropping to them.
I think that this move 1,000% confirms what we believed coming out of the combine.
Yeah.
All those mock drafts, Jeremiah Love falls to 9 of the Chiefs.
No chance.
Not a chance
Let it on
at
fire.
all. That was lit on fire the minute that kid got off a plane in Indianapolis and started talking to other people.
Uh-huh.
But Kenneth Walker III, do we know what the deal is?
No terms yet.
Okay.
Yeah, Tommy and everyone else and Ian just have that he's going to the Chiefs. Nothing yet.
Listen, what a great place for him to land.
Yeah.
And maybe this means the Chiefs are going to actually, try and get a running game going that's of consistency. And that we can see Kenneth Walker III, if he stays healthy, doing this thing in Kansas City, along with Travis Kelce's return. Let's hope that there's
not confirmed yet, but
no more. No,
working towards
what? Kelce coming back?
Well, coming back to the Chiefs.
Okay,
he is going to play this year. Unclear where.
I believe it's to the Chiefs. I don't think he's going to be a free agent and start traveling around the country. No, sir. This also means, in my mind, if Kelce's coming back from jump and we're getting a nice running game to keep Mahomes upright a little bit better, is that Mahomes is on target, right? We haven't gotten any sort of
That's true. Still 6
update on that.
Yeah, but we kind of assumed he's going to miss at least like the first.
Why do we assume that?
Right?
Why do we assume that?
Well, statistically, the way these injuries work out.
I got it.
2 tears.
Okay.
Not just
I understand.
Not just the clean ACL.
I understand.
Understood.
How old is Tatum?
Jason Tatum?
Yeah, how old is Tatum? Is he close to 30 yet?
No, he's like 27.
All right. So he's a younger guy. I'm just going to use him as a measuring stick coming back from 10 months after an Achilles, even though I know these are completely different
Just turned
injuries.
28.
Okay, very good. But Kenneth Walker III, congratulations to him.
Yeah.
And it's a great spot for him to land.
Wow.
An absolutely terrific spot for him to land. And I do hope it is more than the money that's of the franchise tag, because Seattle didn't give him that. So he wasn't getting anything larger than that. So if he gets something larger than that from Kansas City, that's cool. That's all good in that neighborhood.
Good for him for cashing in on the moment. I mean,
you were the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You deserved to cash it.
Your stock is never higher right now. Cash that in. Go to KC. Their window kind of stays open. And so here we go.
So what happens, though, with these Chiefs backs?
I think Pacheco's history.
Huh?
No, he's gone.
He's gone?
He's gone.
And they got the young kid, Brashad.
He was drafted in 2022, which means his 4 years of being with the Chiefs are up. And they're not going to sign him to a free agent deal if they just hit Kenneth Walker III in that regard. It's a nice move, and it's an expenditure at a position at which the Chiefs have not really made much of an expenditure.
No.
So I kind of dig it. Let's zag a little bit here, man. And clearly he's coming off of a nice campaign. I like it. And as for Travis Kelce, my God, am I happy to hear that he's going to keep playing. He is just as special a player and human that the NFL can have on the field, Kansas City can have on the field. He is 1,000,000% a Chief, front, center, top to bottom, left to right. He is a guy that has the attention of fans of all walks on Kansas City. It is beyond helpful to the Chiefs and the NFL that he's continuing to play. I am very excited. Also, the fact that he and his bro do this outstanding show together, and that Travis is still active. That's great for the pod. It's great for business. It's great for everybody. I let Zan the big Swiftie in my household know about this, which infuriates his brother that he roots for the Kansas City Chiefs because Travis is Taylor adjacent. He was a little bit disappointed because he thinks this now takes Taylor out of the Super Bowl performance mix. Because if Travis is still around, she's not going to perform the Super Bowl. Unless Travis makes it, wins it, she performs at halftime, and they stroll off the sunset together. What do you think? What a lovely National Football League story that
sounds terrible. Other breaking news.
Yes, sir. What else you got over there?
Let's do it. There's been 4 signings so far. Let's get to them. Alec Pierce stays with Indianapolis. 4 years, $116 million. I'll do the math. That's $29 per. Seems like he could have got more if he tested the market. New England in on it. Didn't want to go that high. He stays with the Colts. 4 for 116.
Stays like a buffalo.
Very good.
The Patriots did make a move, though. They get edge rusher Draymond Jones from Baltimore. Obviously, he's expendable with Max Crosby. 3 years, $39 million. Eric Stokes stays with the Raiders, 3 for 30. And Olamide Zaccheaus goes back to Atlanta.
Okay.
From Chicago.
All right. The Alec Pierce news.
I think we're burying the lead on that.
No. I mean, he's just listing off all the latest.
Yeah, there's been moves.
Actually, that was the first that he gave out there. This happens every year that there is somebody in free agency that gets pizzade that shocks everybody. That is a pizzament. I don't know if that's a word or not. That is doled out to somebody on the offensive side that isn't a top 3rd or 4th round fantasy draft choice. And you're like, huh? Like, I wouldn't have even bid on that guy in my fantasy draft with all that dollars. So how are real dollars being paid to this guy in this fashion? Well, once again, I know you don't like hearing it, but when it's your time and you're the top of the market and there's no one else out there with your abilities and your youth, you get paid. And you get paid
it's the number 3
big time
on the Colts.
And what a time for Alec Pierce to hit it.
Good for him.
When the salary cap goes north of triple digits that start with a 3. With a 3. And so, if I'm not mistaken, Chris, not to put words in your mouth, but you are disappointed that the Patriots don't get a big-time deep threat guy like Pierce, who had 1,000 yards receiving with less than 50 catches. So he's a big chunk play guy, 6'4", big-time, tall chunk play guy. You're disappointed you don't get him, but to the tune of almost $30 million a year, you're kind of like, fine, you're out.
Yeah, I'm out on that.
You're like Kramer slamming the table.
Also, what's the difference between him and Kayshon Boutte for what you're asking him to do in your offense?
That's another way to look at it.
All last week, Chris, I just sat here and shook my head about this. Like, I'm not going to hate on the man getting paid.
No, me neither.
But
that's a lot of money for a guy, like I said, who wasn't even the number 1 option on his own team. And what is the Colts' plan at quarterback? Is it going to be Daniel Jones? Seems like they want it to be. Is he going to be 100% next year? Most likely not. The chance to play with Drake May, I don't know. Seems like a no-brainer, but for that price tag, I'm out. Good for the Patriots for avoiding.
Yeah, Alec Pierce, 19th in the league in receiving yards, 1,003. Same number of yards down to the inch as A.J. Brown.
Yeah, I pointed that out last.
47 yards, wow. 47 catches for his 1,003 for an average yards per catch of 21.3. That is, without a doubt, number 1 in the National Football League. He had chunk play after chunk play after chunk play, and kudos to my guy who showed up at the combine as always in our booth, spitting truth, and in a medium shirt, Chris Ballard, general manager of the Colts, who we talked about last week, had the issue in front of him that, you know, in a way Joe Shane had for the Giants a few years ago, which is Daniel Jones coming off of a terrific season where he proved to be quite valuable at the most valuable position for your franchise and your head coach. And unlike the year that Shane had it, where Daniel Jones was coming off of a playoff win season, this time Daniel Jones looked like they were destined to make the playoffs, blew out his Achilles, and they don't make the playoffs. And Joe Shane had the issue of, do you franchise tag the quarterback, pay him long term, or do you franchise tag the other important part of your offense that's also set to go free? That was Saquon Barkley back in the day. They wound up franchising Saquon. They wound up paying Daniel Jones long term. And we all know what happened after that. Ballard decides to not franchise tag anybody and let Alec Pierce potentially walk free today while transition tagging Daniel Jones, which allows him to go seek your deal, Daniel. Go find out if you are what your value is more than what you're saying. And all reports that I read over the weekend is that Daniel Jones's agent, to Salud, they wanted a $50 million a year deal.
I saw that.
Ooh. And Chris Ballard goes, well, how does $37.833 million for 1 year sound? And you go search for your $50 million deal. And should you find it with your guy coming off of the Achilles, go with God. And then I guess the Colts would be back in the mix for a new quarterback at that point in time, because I hear Anthony Richardson is not going to be there.
He gone.
Not going to be there.
I mean, they've already, not too much on a limb, but Chris Ballard confirmed when he showed up at our booth at the Combine that they've told him go seek a trade, go for it. So they are running the risk here of losing Daniel Jones, but you tell me which team would pay him the $50 million a year contract that the Colts would not match and just let him walk, because they can match. If somebody comes back and goes, we give Daniel Jones 3 years, average $45 million, the Colts might go there and go, okay, we'll do that. You tell me the team that's going to give him $50 million a year coming off of the Achilles. Anybody? Would it be Arizona, which is now in the business of a quarterback? Who else is it? Miami won't have that cash. They're not going to do that.
No.
The Jets. You imagine bringing Daniel Jones back to New York to the tune of $50 million per?
Well, you love stories, so
hey,
that
fan
would be
base,
a great story.
Hey, Jet fan base that we're trying to sell in another redo here. How about the old Giants quarterback that you ran out of town, or your friends ran out of town, or you laughed at your friends while they ran him out of town?
Yeah, there you go.
Did I get that? I finally landed on the proper verbiage.
You worked though. You
Seriously,
it and...
let's game it out here. Let's game it out. I don't know. So if you're Ballard, I think you've played this chessboard pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you've signed your guy in Pierce. You have your corner for the future in Sauce, as you've given up your first round picks for him.
Steelers?
Would the Steelers pay Daniel Jones $50 million per?
No.
With Will Howard here and Aaron Rodgers sitting around waiting for a contract.
That fan base would
no way.
Aaron Rodgers told Pat he has had 0 conversations with Pittsburgh.
No, I know that, but he said that they've had conversations. He just hasn't had a contract.
No progress.
Right.
All right. Well,
I can't imagine Pittsburgh would do that. I mean, Minnesota's not going to offer it to him to compete with.
They didn't want him to leave in the first
JJ
place, though.
McCarthy.
Had him to start with.
Atlanta's about to hop on Tua.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's about it.
I honestly, I think they played this nicely in Indianapolis. And again, congratulations to Alec Pierce. Hey, ESPN radio audience, Disney Plus audience. I know you might be somehow, whatever, new to our program since we came on the air here in September, but we've been around the block on the Rich Eisen Show for 10 plus years. This is year 11 for us. A few years ago, when the NIL deals started, we decided, you know what we're going to do? We're going to come up with one of our own. Remember we had a glue company? We hooked up with them, and we kept naming glue guys, which is identifying players in college football that might not get an NIL deal. Like, we're not going for the star quarterbacks. We're not going for this star or that star. We're going to find the kids.
A glue guy.
That are a glue guy that do a lot for their team and give them glue, a little bit of cash.
Nothing wrong with that.
One of them, back in the day at Cincinnati, was named Alec Pierce, who does not need our glue cash anymore. Another one, the first one, you remember the first one was?
That's right.
Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
Guess what he just hit over the weekend? To the point where there's rumors that Jalen Carter could even be acquired. Jordan Davis hit it over the weekend.
Yeah, he did.
Our glue guys, we identified him. You know who else was another one? Jack Campbell.
We hit on a lot
of the Lions, right? We had our glue guys.
I looked those up, man. They did.